Most people don't know this about me. One of the reasons why I started coaching, why I went to a course, is because I wanted to learn how to be careful to watch my mouth. I don't know if it helped, but I definitely had that intention. So what happened was, years back, there was a friend that I was very much wanting to help, a boy who was stuck in shidduchim, and this person, I got involved to try to make it that the shidduch would go and get better. And it turned out that what I said to the person involved caused to the girl family, caused that the girl started to question if this is even what she wanted. And the boy was broken. He said, I thought that I was going to get married to this girl. Why'd you get involved? You only destroyed my chance to get married. And I was very broken for a long time about this. Till what happened was, years later, I was praying and praying, always that I caused this person, I always prayed that Hashem should help me, that this person should find his shidduch, and that what I did should have some type of tikkun. And what ended up happening was, although I tried to speak to the parents of the girl to try to fix what I said, it turned out that nothing that I tried was helping, and they said it had nothing to do with you. The girl just didn't want. And years later, maybe 6 years later, I was giving a class on Zoom in my house. And after I gave my class, my wife says, we had today in our house, my wife sells silver jewelry. She said, we had in the house somebody that joined the sale to sell mitpachot, snoods. And this woman, she was taking over somebody else from the one who owned the sale. And this woman, she told my wife, she was sitting on the couch the whole time, just sitting nobody was really coming to buy the snoods. She has 2 kids, and afterwards she told my wife, she says, I'm that girl, which I never saw this girl. I'm the girl that your husband tried to help to marry to that boy. I just want you to tell your husband that the reason why I didn't want the boy had nothing to do with what he said. I just didn't want the boy. Sometimes that's a chance of 1 in a million things that girl specifically is going to be in my house and tell me, that the shidduch that I thought I broke was really had nothing to do with me. It's important that we understand concepts of regret. We understand concepts of shame. We understand concepts of understanding ourselves. Because, you could ask yourself a question. Why didn't God create robots? God is making now in the world the AI, the tracking on my phone. I don't even need a person to hold my phone while I'm talking to you guys. I'm just able to have this tracking device. And I'm basically cutting out a cameraman. So why is it that God is making this happen? What does God want from us, from AI taking over many things that human beings can do? It does better than humans. Will one day happen where human beings will have no purpose because the AI can do everything better than us? What makes us unique? You know what the answer is? Mistakes. What makes us unique is regret. When we say sorry, we could mean it. When ChatGPT says he's sorry, he apologizes, he never means it. Our power is in our being human, in our being able to also recreate ourselves. You see, Hashem didn't want the Torah to be given to angels. When Moshe Rabbeinu came up to the heavens, the angel said, we're not giving you the Torah, you're not worthy of it. Let's keep it up here by the angels. And Moshe Rabbeinu says, you can't have it as angels, because God doesn't want the Torah to be given to people who don't have competition. He doesn't want the Torah to be given to people who don't get angry. He doesn't want the Torah to be given to people who never had the challenge of speaking slander and gossip. This is why we're unique, because we can fail, because we have a Yetzer Hara. Moshe Rabbeinu taught us this lesson as well when after the tablets were broken, after our sin, Hashem says, I want you to put those tablets, the broken ones, the broken luchot, put them next to the luchot that are complete. Hashem loves it when we are improving ourselves, becoming more real. But the truth of the matter is that as much as AI can help us, it can never feel what the other person is feeling, and that the person can't feel that he's being felt. And this is why, as much as this tool is something that we could definitely integrate into our lives and help us with it, but it's something that is never going to be able to replace a human being. And when we feel like, how did we fail? We feel guilt, we feel shame. That just means you're irreplaceable. My rabbi never let me learn psychology in a course. He never let me get a degree as a psychologist because he believes that humans have the ability to be a tzelem Elokim in God's image. We could recreate ourselves. When the person speaks Lashon Hara, he needs to be in Badad Yeshev, in silence, in solitude. He needs to get away. Why? Because he has to self-reflect. He has to reinvent himself. He has to be like Tzelem Elokim, means to say that we're like God, that we can recreate ourselves. We have to be able to be away from people and to be like God, who was alone before he created the world. And also for the process of purification, we need to shave all the hair to be like a newborn baby. ChatGPT can never recreate himself. Only humans can go through that journey of crying, repenting, trying and pushing and becoming somebody that he never was. And that's where nobody can take your place.